Chase the money, chase the money.
To CTG, Chase the Game, on another episode. What is this? Episode 4. We're getting into it. It's December 17th, right before Christmas. Going to introduce my co-stars, Adam Johns, AJ, the Mount Pleasant Hall of Famer. And then we got Nigel Somerville, Lehigh legend. All right, let's get into it. So I'll go super quick to the recap and talk about our record. Right now, me and AJ are tied for 5 and 10. 10 guesses out of, or 5 out of 10 guesses are correct on the games. So we're tied at Nigel in last place at 3 and 10. This past record for this past guesses, or this half, these past games, I don't know why it's hard to get out. I went 4 and 1. The only game I didn't guess right was the Pats and the Bills game. I had the Pats over the Bills, 21.5. That was crazy. We'll get into that though. And then AJ with 2 and 3, and Nigel at last place with 1 and 4 with one game correct.
We don't want to talk about it.
So let's get into it real quick. So we'll obviously start with the Monday night game, Dolphins and the Steelers at Steelers. You know, it was a big game for the Steelers to win. What I've looked at and did a little bit of research on, they have not lost at home on Monday night when the end zones are yellow and they're wearing the club jerseys.
That's crazy.
So that is crazy. Now it was a tough game for Miami. The whole rumor with them coming in and playing cold weather, and Tua, obviously, I don't know if you guys saw the news, the updates. They benched him.
Yep.
They put in Quinn. How do you pronounce it?
Quinn Ewers, baby. Quinn Ewers.
That dog over from Texas. So we'll see him coming out next game. I can't remember who they play. They doesn't matter. They're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, Aaron Rodgers with 23, 27 pass attempts. So he went through for 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. I did not take the bet of him over 1.5, or was it 1.5 TDs? That was my mistake, but whatever. I was actually looking at a stat: running backs leading their team in receptions this season. So
Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, Kenneth. I said Keith.
Kenneth Gainwell's a dog, Chase.
Dude, that is crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. Could you guys guess the other two?
I mean, it'd have to be Jalen Warren. I'd assume would have to be up there too, just because he's in the game a bunch.
Wait, is this on the Steelers?
No, out of the league. In the NFL, running backs leading their teams in receptions this season.
I thought you meant just Steelers.
Receptions.
Christian
McCaffrey's that's one.
All right.
And then who's the third?
Is it Bijan?
Nope. Which is surprising, but it's not.
Come on, give me some time here. Hold up. I think
Adam's making me think now. Should I know this?
Huh?
AFC or NFC?
AFC.
Not what I was hoping. Chase.
Nope.
That's a good guess.
That's a good guess, but it was Dolphins running back.
Devon H.
Yeah.
Dang! They always throw.
Literally, running backs getting all the receptions in the
too.
Steelers-Miami game. Yeah, crazy. But
Wait, that was dumb. Chase Brown plays for the Bengals. You got Jamar.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said that. It was a great guess, but whatever.
I mean, still with like Joe Flacco playing, quarterbacks being hurt. Quarterback's best friend is a check down. Quarterback's best friend is a check down.
Yeah, back.
Well,
Chase, it was a good guess.
Yeah. No, but so I looked at next gen stat. Tua has 15 INTs, 15 interceptions versus zone coverage this season. The only 2 quarterbacks that have more than him is Jameis Winston, 21 in 2019, and then Sam Howell in 17 in 2023. And it's a lot of interceptions. It's tough to keep a starting position. I mean, he was looked at like their franchise quarterback, so it's a lot of change has happened over there. might be with head coach too as well. But
I
we'll
see-
get into. Go ahead.
saw
What were you saying?
quick seed there, Chase. I saw a tweet today. It was 13 quarterbacks in the 2020s. You guys get what I mean? So 2020 to 25.
Right.
I think it was 13 first quarterbacks had all been benched at one
Saw
point
that too.
in their career.
Damn.
And I think that reflects more of a development issue versus the quarterback itself.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good point. I'd say as a quarterback myself who's gone to college, not knowing a playbook and kind of seeing what it takes to learn a playbook, it's a lot of shit. College is a lot of shit. I can't imagine what it's like in the NFL. But I mean, there's no blueprint on how to draft a quarterback or even evaluate a quarterback. I mean, you got just the whole Shedeur Sanders things alone, like whether it's personal or on the field stuff. There's they don't know how to do it. I mean, it's just such a slippery road, and I think for Tua, like the guy's talented. I don't know. Like I just think like it's just I'm glad I don't have to make that decision in terms of who to start a quarterback because it's really a toss up every single week. It seems like.
Yeah. No,
Lamar didn't start at first. Patrick Mahomes didn't start at first. You guys have to fact check me on Josh Allen. We know Burrow did, but he got hurt. Too.
Guys need time. I think at point blank period. I think at the end of the day, Adam. And I don't let me cut you off, but I think it's just time.
Yeah,
it's just time.
Yep, and that's Burrow. He got hurt like what, week 2, week 3 of his rookie,
Really?
then came out balling. But he got to see a playbook for a whole year. I think it's very important. Panthers wouldn't really have a choice at that time with Bryce Young.
Yeah.
I think.
Andy Dalton.
Back at that point.
Nah, yeah,
And,
but
I mean, yeah, that's why it's taken him so long. But now we're finally seeing him. Like, we'll get into Panthers later. But he's not really the one to put fingers at. He's kind of us in games.
Yeah, most game-winning drives in the league. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's killing it right now. But except for that Saints game, but we'll get into that. But speaking of quarterbacks that have taken a little bit of time, uncontrollable time due to injury, JJ McCarthy playing against the Cowgirls. You guys thought the Cowgirls were going to win, but they didn't. I picked the Vikings, which I got the dub with that one. I mean, honestly, I looked at this stat. Cowboys 2025 offense versus their 2025 defense, okay? So their offense this season, they average 29.3 points a game. Third in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They averaged 395 yards per game. They led the NFL with yards per game. But when it comes to their defense, it's literally the opposite. 29.7 points per game they let up. Second most in the NFL. And then 379 yards per game. Fourth most in the NFL. So it's hard to win games when, even if your offense is firing off on all cylinders, it's hard if you don't have a good defense. And we've talked about that. Defenses win games. So,
and I don't know.
Go ahead.
Chase, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing if you're a Cowboys fan. I think it's a horrendous thing, and it honestly keep me up at night. Justin Jefferson had 2 catches for 22 yards. He still scored 34 points. I mean, hey, I'm not a defensive coordinator, but if that dude has 2 catches and you lose by 8 points, something ain't right. Something is not right.
Yeah.
If JJ McCarthy's gritting across the goal.
Oh, my man. That got me mad. And I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I was like, yo, you got some nerve, boy. You got some nerve, boy. Like, God almighty. God almighty.
Man.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, but I'll go ahead and skip to the next game because, I mean, that one was, it is what it is. But the 425 game against the Rams versus the Lions, people said it was the game of the week. I was watching that game. Apparently, what they're saying is the NFC West is the NFL's best. That's what I hear they're saying over there.
Yeah.
Over everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so like I was actually watching. I obviously had the Rams. You guys both picked the Lions. I wonder if it's I might have gotten a little lucky just picking the opposite of you guys. But anyways, the Rams played freaking fantastic. I mean, what was it? I don't have many stats written down for that game as much, but I did write down the Devontae Adams injury.
That's going to be big.
That's
it's going to be big.
That's
Mhm.
apparently it was a reoccurring hamstring issue, so he's already had issues. And I know me personally, I pulled my hamstring. It is tough to come back from. I mean,
man.
I'm in my 20s still, 28, but in my 20s, he's what 33, 32, 33. So it's gonna be tough. What were you saying?
They're already in.
Yeah.
Did them to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of playoffs, I mean, Patty Mahomes got towards ACL. They needed to win that game to make the playoffs. Now they're completely out of the playoffs, which I saw something.
He could be back week 1?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying?
That's what they're aiming for.
Damn, that would be crazy.
He tore it and then got surgery like less than 12 hours.
I know he had an MRI that night, and I'm like,
he was on it. They on it.
I remember they tell me.
With Patrick Mahomes, the urgency is in the air.
No, they paying that boy 10 years, $400 million. He gonna be playing next season. I tell you that, better. I tell you that.
I mean, he deserves it because he's never played a snap where he has not been playing for the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Still,
never in the NFL. Still.
They're just in there. I'm sure that y'all can agree. I just think they're just in their second part of their dynasty. Like I keep seeing this Tom Brady. I think it's just all they got to do is just trade for one dude, draft another stud, and they're right.
They couldn't win much this year though with him, and he did everything he could. I had him on fantasy.
They gotta
lighten it up in points.
They got a 70-year-old tight end who's in love with the pop star. They gotta. It's time to move on. He's gonna be at the house. He's gonna be retired. He done.
He's done. You think he's retiring? Yeah, that's what people are saying. But and then Michael Parsons' injury. What were you saying, Adam?
I saw a tweet about the Chiefs, and they said if they're following Brady's and Bill's dynasty, then the Chiefs are right on track to draft the next Aaron
Hernandez. That's crazy.
I knew that was coming.
Imagine, dude. That would be crazy. Oh man.
Is in college right now.
I mean,
he's gonna go down for double homicide. That's playing college football right now.
I think there's already dudes that are like
just draft the Georgia player. Georgia player, yeah. Just draft any of them. I'm sure they got something on them. Draft the Georgia player.
Florida? I don't know if Florida's like that still. But
if they draft Delp from Georgia, just keep the keys out of his hand.
That's crazy.
Permanent Uber Black service the whole year, but that's hysterical.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, you said the Devontae Adams injury. I mean, he'll be back. Apparently he hasn't even been determined for the Thursday night game. He's still like technically, not on the injury reserve. But I'm sure there'll probably be a game time deal where they'll let that out. But
yeah, we'll see.
Michael Parsons also tore his ACL, and that's a little bit more of a heavyweight with the Packers over there playing the Bears. But that sucks, man. That sucks. But we'll kind of move to the other big game, the 1 p.m. game, Bills versus Pats. Snowy game up in New England. Now, I know we all picked the Pats to win. Freaking up 21.5, but the Bills come back to win 35-31. I saw
the refs.
You said what?
I said the Bills and the refs came back.
Well, dude, I was looking at this stat. Josh Allen is a freaking monster. He threw 28 times. I'm messing up this.
I got you. He was 19 for 28, 193 yards passing. He had 3 tutties. QBR 78.2. His rating was 123.1.
So
he carried the ball 11 times, 48 yards.
Oh shit! You got hell yeah, stats guy. No. Well, I saw this. What was his name? JJ Watt was talking about on the Pat McAfee show how Josh Allen's first half stats versus his second half stats. So he has in the first half, he has a 64 completion rating, or 64%, and then in the second half, 75%. In the first half, he averages 95 yards per game. In the second half, 139 yards per game passing. And then in the first half, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. In the second half, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then with the rushing which kind of I want to point fingers on, because like having a rushing quarterback like Josh Allen can wear on your defense, and having James Cook too. So they're rushing both of them. And so in the first half, 35 rushing attempts, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns. In the second half, it's 63 attempts, 389 yards, and 9 touchdowns. So, I mean, it's crazy because, like, you know, the Patriots did, like, kind of bottom him up a little bit in the first half, but, I mean, he has been coming out in the second half, and that's what really matters at the end of the day, obviously, is winning games. So, I mean, it was a really good game to watch.
Fellas, can I give y'all a future bet that I placed? And
yes, let's go. Writing it down.
Since we just went over the two teams, Super Bowl this year, Los Angeles Rams against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Rams and Bills Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw a little tweet about it, so I went on to FanDuel. Guess what game had the best odds? This was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, odds were only plus 1,400. That's low to pick the two Super Bowl teams.
That's pretty low.
Dang. I should probably get on that.
This was before Patriots-Bills game. So Bills aren't even division winners. Well, yeah, when I placed this.
The Rams are most likely.
I bet the odds are even worse now.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So that's my prediction. We'll see if it works out.
We'll clip that.
But I wouldn't be surprised if you're not feeling the Bills. Don't be surprised if the Ravens creep in and find their way.
The Ravens? That's crazy. I don't know. I've seen enough out of Lamar Jackson this year that I'm like, I've had him for fantasy football, and I'm like, this dude, he's
saving it. He's saving the
it. I mean,
he's still banged up too. I'm sure he's still aches and pains. He's got to get back in the flow of things.
I'm talking about Lamar here, bro.
Yeah, Marvelous Jackson chaser.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. They're playing. Who are they playing next? The Ravens are playing the Dolphins, I think.
Yeah.
Ravens are playing the.
Oh, they're playing the Pats.
Oh yeah.
Sunday night football.
Yep.
Ravens
Pats in Baltimore.
We'll see.
Don't place that bet until they make the playoffs. Here they're in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Panthers, place it now.
I took a bet at the beginning of the year for like $2. It was like a bonus $2. I don't know where it came from, but I put it on the Panthers to win the Super Bowl. $500 payout.
I put 10 on the Panthers to win the NFC.
Dude, I might cash out if the Panthers make the playoffs. I'm fucking cashing out if the Panthers make the playoffs. Okay, so speaking of playoffs. Well, I guess our division specifically. The Bucks and the Falcons game for Thursday night. It was a long time ago, about a week ago. But I picked the Falcons. Y'all picked the Bucks. I got the dub on that one as well. Kirk Cousins turned back the clock, and he freaking threw for 373 yards. I'm not the facts guy. 3 passing touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, 19 carries, 8 receptions, 175 total yards, and 1 rush touchdown. That Bijan Robinson.
You gotta mention Kyle
Pitts. Well, man, look at this. Kyle Pitts is the first tight end to have 150-plus yards and 3 touchdowns in a game since Shannon Sharp in 1996. Year before I was born.
Damn, that's crazy. Uncle's going crazy in 1996.
Shannon Sharp. Yeah, you know he's going crazy.
OD.
Yeah. And then Bijan Robinson leads the NFL with the 5 games of 150-plus total scrimmage yards this season. So this dude's lighting it up. I mean, Kirk Cousins played Played really well. I mean, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think he was going to play as well, but it worked for the Panthers, except for the fact that we freaking lost to the Saints. Man, it was a tough game to watch. Obviously, we'll get into it. It's frustrating because go into it, you're all excited. You're like, this is it. In the back of your mind, you're like, we do play down to our opponent's level, so this could be a little rocky. And it ended up getting rocky. There were so many freaking flags, dude. Like, holy crap. And it was so, like, it got boring.
On the highest bet all weekend.
Say that again?
Highest bet team all weekend at 79%. 79%
Really?
of the field took the Panthers. And look, fellas, I'm going to say this.
Damn.
The NFL's fucking, the NFL's is going the
The NFL's rigged. That's crazy.
The NFL is rigged. I'm not saying the players are in on it, but I'm telling you, these refs. Football is a sport where it's a game of momentum, and a penalty can literally change the outcome of the game. I'll look at a couple calls here, right? The icky shove, the amount of time I've seen offensive lineman like get in someone's face for hitting Bryce Young unnecessarily hard when he was going out of bounds and nothing be called. I've seen motherfuckers hit someone in the side of the helmet on the sideline and they're just breaking it up. Okay, that killed that drive. All right, how about the drive? The Panthers punted. I remember seeing this. I was watching on TV. Panthers punted 5 seconds left in the first quarter. We didn't get the ball again until 2 minutes and 30 minutes. Now, were there a lot of penalties called on them for that drive? Yes. But that makes it look better on paper because every time they had a penalty called on them, I'm pretty sure we had one called on us and it was basically just offsetted.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, NFL comes out and says that they made a mistake on the McMillan sideline catch on our last drive. I watched it. The rule is, correct me if I'm wrong, and Chase, you can look it up.
The ball on the ground.
It has to be clear evidence.
Irrefutable.
Irrefutable to reverse the call on the field. The ball does not move. The ball stays the same way coming from this top hand down. It doesn't even move when he hits the ball on the ground. Like I don't remember if y'all remember back in the day when we were kids, like one of the big like wild ones was when Calvin Johnson snagged that touchdown catch and he came down and he just like caught himself with the ball and it came out. But like he clearly had caught it in full control. And this goes all the way into like what's a catch? Like what is a catch at the end of the day? I don't know. The slides, I understand, right? You watch the freeze frame. Bryce was a little closer. Still aggressively hard coming in on quarterback sliding, right? Like, let's get consistent here. They never called that. They hate us. But, the Shuck thing, for him to come out after the game and be like, yeah, I played that off a little bit. Like, what is this, dude? Is this WWE? You're going to come out and be like, oh, yeah. Like, why is he bragging? His PR person needs to be in his ear and be like, bro, why did you come out and say, oh, yeah, I played off, getting injured right there? They scrambled with no timeouts, 12 seconds left. The one backup is Latham Ransom is a hothead, and he comes in hard. And it's like, with a quarterback, you just got to kind of come in, But if he would have slid right there and, Latham would have just stopped him, they're scrambling to spike that ball. I don't know if they get that spike off for the kick field goal. Not to mention, that's a really deep kick anyways.
Yep.
So I've been thinking about it all week. I'm sure it's been bothering you guys. Just driving down the road, hear another podcast. I didn't listen to sports podcast this week. I had to listen to just other stuff like Joe Rogan or something because I was like, I cannot handle listening to the Panthers. Moving forward, sweep the Bucks. We still control our destiny here, right? Sweep the Bucks. We don't have to rely. Now, if we lose the Bucks, then we don't control our destiny anymore. With Quinn Ewers coming in at quarterback on the Dolphins, I'm not even banking on that. They're probably going to beat the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins have been looking good. Bucks have been looking bad. We all know they want to flex our game. Last game of the season against the Bucks, 8:00 Sunday night. It's going to end the regular season in the NFL, and they want to be a division game. I think we're the only division game that's going to decide the playoffs. It will be us and the Bucks as long as we win this weekend, which we will win this weekend. Watch, we'll get the calls. We'll win by like 10 at least. They want to have a good viewership for the last game of the season. It's going to be us and the Bucks, and that's going to be the last game where people are like, all right, in the winner of us isn't going to dictate anyone else's seed. So it makes the Panthers and the Bucks the perfect game to put at 8 o'clock, week 18. And that's my take.
Well, I mean, you think we're going to beat Seattle?
We don't have to beat Seattle.
So, okay. So we lose Seattle, but then the Bucks have – what if the Bucks
if the Bucks lose to Miami somehow with Quinn Ewers at quarterback, I don't see it happening. That dude should have stayed in college this year.
Yeah.
But if that somehow does happen, we beat Seattle, then yeah, week 8 doesn't matter at all. But I'm telling you, Chase, the way this industry works, we've seen it for 25 plus years here, fellas. They're gonna line us up. We're gonna be the 8-15 week 18 game. They want everyone betting. A lot of people are gonna be betting, and pray to God that everyone takes the Bucks on that, and the majority goes away, and then we pull it out. And then we're partying in Charlotte next week for a wild card.
Crazy. I would cash out that Super Bowl bet for the Panthers so quick if that happened.
Stay strong.
Oh, man.
After we lost to the Saints, I placed future Panthers make the playoffs. I'm confident in the boys, bro.
I love it. Doubling down. I love it.
But whatever.
Yeah, we should have. But
Bucks look like trash right
They're not looking great. Yeah,
they're running. What are we best at? Running the ball. So it's like it's looking good. Bryce played so well Sunday. I'm not blaming him. Canales needs to drop his nuts. That dude is way too conservative. Besides that fourth one, see, he goes for it on that fourth down, but it's like the rest of the other game. Like we're conservative the rest of the game. If we kick on that fourth down, we win. It's like, oh, we just got to win this week and we're in the playoffs. But he wanted to go for it. I get it. He felt like we were going to get it, but. Did y'all see Steelers game? Can we not put Trimble at quarterback and run a QB sneak? Like I know,
right? Like
know that Bryce can't do a QB sneak. I would. Bryce is my size, dude.
Yeah,
I was a backup deep ball player, so I would not run a QB sneak with him. We got Trimble. That's a strong dude, and you get Trimble, and then shoot, can Derek Brown get under center? Somebody.
Derek Brown.
I like that idea now.
Crazy.
I like that idea.
I don't know.
But yeah, that is a great point because look, everyone in the league is trying it. Everyone. So
Steelers.
We don't have Steelers. Steelers are doing it. Yeah, what they have. Obviously, they don't want to run our QB sneak with freaking Aaron. What up, Allen? What up? Yo.
Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's go.
Me and Allen are great spots right here.
Oh, you got it. Oh, yeah. Shit, you got to go.
I'm sending my picks in. I'm coming back to the lead after next week.
All right, we'll see.
I need to have a day. I need to have a day today.
Neighbor, I said happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it, boys. We got did the recap, talked about how the Panthers still got a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Bow.
I'm not going to the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen, but making the playoffs.
I mean, they make a playoffs.
We'll be realistic here.
When you make the playoffs, you got a chance, though. You got a chance. He is right about that.
Yeah.
He is definitely right about that.
So, all right. Well, welcome, Alan. We'll get into it a little bit. I mean, I wanted to kind of touch. I was watching the Pat McAfee show today. He had Luke Kuechly on, and it's funny because Adam was just saying he didn't listen to the podcast and stuff, all hearing about the Panthers being bad and stuff. So he wasn't tuning in on Pat McAfee show. They don't really talk about the Panthers that much. So when they do, especially where they're at, if they're doing well, he'll praise them a little bit. He's like he told Luke, he was like, "Hey Luke, so the Panthers aren't ass." I'm like, oh, okay, word, hell yeah, I'll take the compliments where I can get them, right? No, but we'll go ahead and get into these predictions. The predictions. I'm 4-1 right now, right? I'm on a roll. Well, 4-1 from last week, so let's see if we can recoup because that first week I went 1-4, Nigel, just like you went 1-4 last week.
Okay.
So, hey.
Okay.
Redemption right here.
Okay.
Time to lock in.
Yeah,
I got time
lock in. Let's go. Okay, so we'll start off with Thursday Night Football. Before, let me check what Adam's pick. Sorry, we'll go ahead and just get into it real quick because
I need it, Chaser. I need it. I'm trying to go. You know what? I'm not missing a pick this week. I'm calling it right now.
5-0.
I'm not missing a pick.
We'll go 6. We're going 6 games.
6-0?
This week we upped one just because there's so many good games. We had to
Fuck it, why not?
get 6.
Yeah.
And so we'll go with Thursday Night Football, Rams versus Seahawks first. And Alan was telling me that he knows who's winning. He knows what's going to happen.
He did say that.
Before we get into that, we'll let Nigel. He knows the answers. Hey, I mean, he went from 10-0. How many did you miss this past pick? What was it like?
It's 50%, I believe, like 3 for 6. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I would take that shit.
That's still, I mean,
50-50 toss-up. Coin flip.
Hey, I mean, and then the odds are like looking pretty good when you're winning money. So, I mean, it's the risk you got to take. 50-50 shot to maybe retire. No, unless you're throwing that kind of money. I ain't throwing like that kind of money like Alan over here. But we'll let you get into it, Nigel. Rams versus Seahawks, 2 quarterbacks on fire right now. So what you thinking? What's your predictions?
I don't know. This sucks. I wish AJ was here so I could kind of bounce off his. So I guess I gotta start it off. Let me think. So let me just break it down just simply real quick. Matthew Stafford on the road in Seattle, loud place. Who do I trust more? Matthew Stafford on the road or Sam Darnold at home? I honestly like the Seahawks here solely because I saw a stat the other day that Jackson Smith and Jigba leads the league in basically receiving yards, and they throw the ball the least amount of time of any team. So I do like their balance, and I like them at home here. On a Thursday night, things get wicked. Right? It's Thursday Night Football, 2 11-3 teams. Like, it's going to be a great game regardless. I got to go Seahawks 21, Rams 20. It's going to be a close one.
Seahawks, how much you say for the Seahawks?
Seahawks 21, Rams 20.
Rams 20.
Alternate score.
Okay.
Seahawks 28, Rams 27. So just make sure thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
They just lose by 1. I see it.
Okay, just lose by 1. All right.
Be seeing.
Adam hasn't texted me his picks yet, so I guess I'll go into mine. This one's tough. I mean, yes, the defense is flying on, or not defense. The offense is flying off on all cylinders. I mean, this is a win and in type of deal. I mean, this would be likely for the Rams to fall short in Seattle, and the Seahawks go ahead and take it because they need to win this game to get in the playoffs. Once they win this game, they get in the playoffs. This one's tough. Because I think the Rams are playing really good, but I'll have to take the Seahawks as well. Shit, I don't want to.
I know, me either. I want to take Matthew Stafford. Go ahead, Chase. I don't know.
I mean,
something like this: either the Rams or the Seahawks are going to win. I just don't know who.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah,
No way.
Of course.
One of
them's going to have to win, right?
And I also don't know the score either, but one of them's going to win for sure.
I'm doing this. I'm going to say Rams 34-28.
Ooh.
Rams win over Seahawks. It's a shootout. I mean, they score points, but I'm fucking myself. Yeah, screw it. I'm going with Rams. Why not? All right, Alan, what's actually going to happen?
Man, oh man, do I know the answer? Nothing's guaranteed at the end of the day. Just want to put that out there. Nothing is ever guaranteed. If anyone ever says, I got the lock of the day, I got the best play, it's going to hit 100%, they're lying. But I have a very strong hunch. Very, very strong. By reading the money, you guys have been seeing and hearing how you've been reading the money, going against the odds, going against the public. And so far, as of late, the past month or so, it's been working. So I'm going to keep riding the wave until it dies out, if it ever does. The Rams are winning, people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rams are winning. They're winning. Right now, it's plus odds. Let's talk about it, right? It's plus odds. We have the Rams sitting at plus 110. You know why they're winning? Because yesterday they were plus 102. Throughout today, all of today, I've been keeping watch. They were actually at 110 at one point, minus 115. Which, here's the thing. Most people look at that and they say, well, that just shows a good sign of them winning then, right? Not necessarily. Lines typically move in and out and sway based on where the money's going. And I will tell you, in the past 48 to 72 hours that I've been checking this, it's always been Seahawks money line, even with the major line movements that it's been doing all day. Even with the Rams being the favorites, the Seahawks still had the most money on it every single time. So, if I'm following the money strictly, I'm going with Rams money line, especially with plus money. That's where my eyes at. That's where my prediction. So, just to give you guys more insight, let's look at the numbers then, right? So why am I saying all this? Okay. We have the Seahawks, 60% of the money on the Seahawks to win. Okay. Now, keep in mind, it's been, I think the highest it got to is about 78% at the Seahawks money. It's gone down a bit. That's why I'll say this. It was about 76 to 78% yesterday. The line has moved to Rams favorites because everyone was pushing towards the Rams, but now it's back to thinking Seahawks. So Seahawks still has most of the money, okay? The spread are Seahawks favorites. And right now the total keeps swaying between, 59, 60%, which I don't hate that. When something's like 60%, it could go either way. And that's why this game right here, if you haven't been watching the lines for the past 48 to 72 hours, it would be very hard to predict. If you look at the lines right now, because it's around 60% for a lot of things, it would be very hard to read. But because I've been watching this for the past couple days, it's going to be the Rams, dude. It's going to be the Rams. That's where my money's at. Plus money. You have the unders at 60% as well. I'm with Chase. I think this game's going to be a shootout. A lot of things right now, people are thinking, what's his name's out? Dang, Puka. Puka's out. A lot of people are like,
I didn't know
Puka's out. Yep, that's some good news to know. Like, Puka's out. People are thinking Seahawks are going to win now one because Puka's out officially. And then on top of it, the scoring is at 41.5 right now, maybe 42. They don't think they have a lot of targets, but you guys got to also remember and think they have Devontae Adams. That man is averaging 2 touchdowns a game at this point. Maybe 3, almost. He has targets. Njigba, Sam Darnold. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, a lot of yards, and this probably is going to be one of the most exciting games to watch of the season. I think this game will be one of those. I really do. But I do think it's going to be
Puka's healthy. Devontae is doubtful. Puka's healthy.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
He did go down, though.
Puka's good to go. Puka's good to go.
Devontae. I thought he was still good, though. But
either way, I know one of the main targets were gone. Yep. And with that, that's where a lot of people probably swayed back because that news just came out as pretty recent. So, that's one of the things to keep it. Yeah, you're right. Devontae Adams. But that's one of the things, a lot of people look at that. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be Njigba, getting some great yardage. I think Puka's going to get some great yardage. I think it's going to be a good game. Puka Nacua, anytime touchdown, and Rams money line might be the best lock for tomorrow, in my opinion. I will be playing that. For sure.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy to me how you can literally just follow the money and damn near get every game right in the NFL.
Look, the thing is
crazy.
These companies are billion-dollar companies, man. And they're not $1 billion because they left everything up to chance.
It is entertainment at the end of the day.
It's entertainment. Right. It's in the category of entertainment. If you put it this way, if you let things go to chance more times than not, they would not be $1 billion company. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good point.
AJ, really good fucking point.
AJ in the first half was even saying he's talking about the Panthers game and how it's rigged, and he went into detail, and we can kind of talk more about that when we talk about the Bucks versus Panthers. AJ sent me in his picks as well, so he's taking the Rams as well. 28-20 is his pick for Thursday night, the Rams. So, Nigel, if you get this one, you'll be the only one.
I'm making some ground. Yeah, that's what we need. I'm telling you, I'm not
You will
missing.
take some ground for sure, dude.
I'm not missing.
So,
I need this. I need this. I need this one.
All right.
Come on, Sam Darnold. Come on, baby.
All right, we'll go into the Saturday game. There's two Saturday games: Eagles versus Commanders and Packers versus Bears. But we'll go into like the more important one. I know the
Which
Eagles
one is that?
win, but the
Which one's more
Packers
important?
versus the Bears.
Yeah.
Oh
Makes
yeah,
sense. Makes sense.
yeah. So we'll get into the guesses. I know we'll start with Adams because he sent me in. He has the Bears winning 17-13. Low scoring game. Bears taking the dub. I'll go first since you went first last time, Nigel.
Yeah.
I think they're playing in Chicago. The Packers won the first game recently on what was it, Thanksgiving? They played, what was it, Thanksgiving? Or Black Friday. And the Packers played, pretty good. Bears played like shite. They did not play good. I really think the Bears are going to take it. I don't know if that star receiver, what's their starting receiver, number 9, what was his name? I can't even remember his name.
Christian Watson.
Yeah, Christian Watson. I don't know how good he will be. I know he fell on that shoulder. I think he's healthy, but I think I'm going to go with the Bears too as well. I think I got to do a different score than Adam, obviously. I think low scoring, but I think it's going to be like 21. No, not 21. 17-14. No, that's exactly that's one off. Let's go 10-14 because Micah Parsons not in. Packers ain't going to be able to get the dub against the Bears. So, I'll let you go ahead and take your predictions, Nigel. What you thinking?
Bears at home. Coming off high. I think Caleb Williams kind of starting to figure out how he wants to play quarterback in the NFL. I think maybe this week if they get, Roma Doomsday back, that just adds a little bit more juice to them. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with the Bears here. Let's go Bears 20, Packers 14. I think no Michael Parsons is gonna allow Caleb Williams to scramble and create a little bit more back there, and no corner in the NFL can cover a receiver for longer than 5 seconds. It's impossible. It's impossible. So you let Caleb Williams sit back there and cook. As long as he takes care of the ball, I think I like the Bears here. What did I say, Chase?
20-14.
I like that. 2014.
I like that score too. I like that score as well. Okay, what's actually gonna happen now?
All right, so we have the Green Bay Packers as the favorites, -110, but Chicago Bears are very, very close at -104. So very close game, both toss-ups. Some apps, when it comes to the spread, are favoring both competitors as plus. So basically, they're expecting this to be literally a coin flip. They have no idea, right? At least what they want to portray to the public. That's no idea. But if we follow the money, we can get to some degree of the prediction. Okay. But you guys are also right. When it comes to the under, let's go through the total really quick. It's 46.5, 47.5, depending on the apps. I do also think that is a pretty high scoring game, especially for teams that really want to keep momentum up their way. And I think a lot of times right now with Micah Parsons being out, people are expecting it to be high scoring. And with that expectations, typically the opposite happens. So let's follow the money. All right. I have not been watching this game as closely as like the others when it comes to seeing the line movement, but I will say it's been pretty flip-flop of who's getting the plus money and who's becoming the favorites. Like the Bears, I believe yesterday were the favorites a little bit. And then now today is Green Bay. So that's something to kind of keep in mind.
Wow.
Interesting.
And and to be honest, this right here would throw a lot of people off because 65% of the money is on the Bears. So the 65% money is on the Bears, and they're the favorites, and they're the underdogs, right? Okay, so that's something to think of. Then they also have Bears to cover the spread, so plus 1.5, right? So they still think, if they lose, it's not going to be more than 1, and then also a lot of people are thinking they're going to win. And then 80% of the money is actually on the over. So a lot of people, again, is thinking this is going to be high scoring. No Micah Parsons. Both teams can sling the ball. They're playing with great momentum, great players. This is going to be high scoring. Probably 2-3 touchdowns, each team, blah, blah, blah. So that's what makes me love the under. 80% of the money's on the total to go over. That's something to keep an eye on. I'm going to stick with that under because 47.5 is still that's still pretty high. Still pretty high scoring. Then you have the money line. The reason why I like the Packers is because here's the thing. If 65% of the money is on the Bears, 68% of the money is on the Bears spread, and keep in mind they are the underdogs, which means the money they have to pay out more if the Bears win. So if they have to pay out more if the Bears win, they're also the underdogs. They're also plus money, and then they're also plus money when it comes to the spread. And so many people, they would have to pay out so much if the Bears win. So much. So I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers, just strictly following the money. Now, logically, I'm with you guys. Logically, I'm like, Bears at home. Caleb Williams doing his thing. Roma Dunza doing his thing. They're killing it. They have good chemistry. They got a great QB that knows what he's doing. Logically, it's Bears all day. But I'm the guy that just follows the money. The money says Green Bay money line. That's what I'm going with.
Let's see.
I was just gonna ask you, Alan, in terms of when you see a spread like 1.5 points, you might have just take somebody to win straight up.
Yeah. There's ways to find and get money that way. A lot of people, what they do is typically hedge stuff like that, and that's probably what they're doing in this. This is the reason why the 65%, 67, 68% for both the spread and money line are pretty similar, because I'm sure that's what a lot of people are doing. Yeah,
I do like a hedge.
And, right. And keep in mind too, with the Bears being home, they already get that 2.5 to 3.5 extra points. So plus 1.5, they subconsciously still think Green Bay wins, even with that logic. So that's why I'm also still steering towards Green Bay, right?
100.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll jump to the next game. That's Saturday at 8:20. So tune in. We'll go to Sunday, the 21st at 1 p.m. and start with the Bucks versus the Panthers at Bank of America at home. Adam's pick.
Big game.
Huge. Adam's picking the Panthers, winning 28-24. I'm not going to be the one to go against Panthers. I'm always going to pick the Panthers. So I'm going to have to say Panthers as well. So I think this game is going to be a real close one. We'll probably I'm going to guess the Falcons and Panthers, or Falcons and Bucks game score, because I guess the correct score of the Bucks for the Falcons and Bucks game, but I did not guess the correct score for the Falcons. I guessed 33, and they scored it was 28, I think.
Yeah.
29, 28.
Game over now.
I forgot that shit. Whatever. All right, well, I'm going to go Panthers, and I'm going to do 28-27.
Oh, sweaty one, Chaser, huh?
Yup. It's gonna be a shootout, because I think it's gonna be a close one, because what Adam was saying in the first half, talking about making money, it's entertainment. They're gonna have the Panthers and Bucks playing, because they've played 2 more times. So they play on Sunday, and they play 1 more time at the last game of the season, like they always do. And I think it's gonna be a big one, where there's going to be a lot of people tuning in, a lot of people making bets on that game, because they're going to be both fighting to get in the playoffs, and it's going to be a must-win game. So I think the Panthers win this one. It's going to be real close, and it won't be a boring ass Saints game. Like, I guarantee you that. It's not going to be throwing penalties. Gosh, I hope not, because that's going to be awful. But we'll see. Nigel, what's your pick?
Just to get it out there, just keep it short and sweet. Let's go. I like the Panthers 24, and I like the Bucks 20. So Panthers 24, Bucks 20. I think just looking at just like what I've seen from the Bucks and the Panthers, like Baker Mayfield started off high. I think everybody was kind of high on him. Buka there, I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. Two, I think our detriment and to our success at times, we do play to the level of our competition. So them coming in here, I think first time we're seeing them, it's a big hyped up game. I think we honestly just kind of just go at them like we went at the Rams, just aggressive, trying to get to the passer, play first up man coverage, really just kind of, make Mike Evans uncomfortable and then just make the rookie kind of make all the plays. Simple as that. Stop the run.
Hell yeah, I love it. All right, Alan, we'll transition you. What are the odds? What is the spread? I'm not gonna say what I want to say because
don't break my heart. Don't break my heart.
Panthers.
I do want to say something as well. Adam's getting really good, by the way, at reading the money, reading the field, and reading the money, reading the money, man, reading money. So everyone wants to know the prediction. So here's the thing. We got the Bucks. They are the favorites, minus 155. Carolina Panthers, plus 140. Bucks are minus 2.5 for the spread. So, Panthers covering 2.5 to, covering 3 if you want to push it up a little bit. And then the over, we have it at 45. So those are the lines. A lot of people like the over. It's minus 115 for the over. So they like it. They like it. This game is going to be a big game for both teams, right? They both got the same record. Play each other twice. Big game for both. But no matter what we want, no matter, us being Panther fans, and here's the thing with the Panthers, man. Here's the thing. I got to say this on the record. I'm sorry, I do. I want to be a Panthers fan so bad.
Turn my camera off.
No, I want to be a Panther fan so bad.
I'm in protest now.
The thing is they've let me down so much that it's very hard for me because I know the minute I get faith in them, they're going to let me down again. And that's, I think, is what I'm scared of or hesitant about. And that's so every time, you got it. Every time I'm like, I'm about to go Panther strong again, they let me down, dude.
Yeah.
But this week, it's Panther Nation, baby.
Let's go.
It's Panther
Turn
Nation.
my camera off for that.
Let's talk about the reasons why. Let's talk about the reasons why it's Panther Nation. It's Panther Nation because 70% of the money is on the Bucks. 70%. They have no faith in the boys.
Fucking love
the spread. 51% of the money is on the Bucks as well. 51. Now 50 to 60%. It's really a toss-up. I'll be honest with you. That's harder to read. Because at that point, like, they don't really have to pay out as much. It kind of breaks even in a sense. Between 50 to 60% is usually break even. Because they can break even, if something's 6%, they can break even on, like, player prop plays and things like that. Okay? So that's why they don't really care about the 50 to 60%. So the spread is just a toss-up. But I'll say this. They will have to pay out a lot, if the Bucks do win. Because the thing is they're at minus 155, which means, like, you can still put down a really good pretty penny and make extreme profit. Minus 155 isn't crazy. Like, it's not a super juice line, like a minus 300, minus 400. You're making that. Yeah, I mean, you have to put down a lot to get a lot back. But minus 155, you pair that with one other extra good slip, you get some good odds, get some good money. I think this is where they make some good coin. And the best way to do it is through the Panthers. So go Panthers. My favorite slip so far would be Rams money line, Panther money line. Those are 2+ money games. You just play that 2 slip. Sit back and relax. I'll see you home by Monday.
There we go. I'm doing it. I'm throwing that in there. All right, so we'll transition to the the 7:25 p.m. game, Steelers versus the Lions. Okay, so I'll go first with this one. Steelers, played all right. They played all right against the Pins, but I mean, I think the Lions need to get their ish together. So I think TJ Watt, I don't think he's gonna be in with that whole dry needling incident where they punctured his friggin' lung, and it's crazy. And it turned into like a life or death situation. But that is crazy that happened to him. It makes me nervous. I get dry needling and stuff, but never freaking around my lungs or anything like that. But I think the Lions take this one, and the score will be 28-14. I think 14 is even a stretch. I would even say 28-10 actually. As soon as I said it out loud, I was like, they're not scoring 2 touchdowns. I think they score maybe 1 and then a field goal, and that's it. I'm going 28-10 Lions, and then what AJ picked, he said Lions 24-10. I don't want to have the same score though. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do because it's not the same score. They're scoring 28 points. Steelers are still scoring 10. But all right, Nigel, what's your prediction?
Lions at home here. I think they are kind of due for a good win. Let's go Lions 30, Steelers 14.
30-14.
I feel like I see too many clips of Aaron Rodgers like just looking befuzzled with his receivers and something. I just keep seeing like these clips. Not last week. I mean, they played pretty good last week, but I just feel like when it comes down to it, like I don't think he's had enough time to truly play how he wants to yet with the Steelers. That's why I kind of like the Lions at home here.
Okay, and I mean Aiden Hutchinson, you get hit by that beast. That's gonna be tough recovering.
Man.
I mean, no offense to the Finns, they don't really have a stout defensive line.
It was cold. It was cold too. So
Yeah, and it was cold. So that we'll see. We'll see what is it looking like, Alan, over on your end.
What it's looking like, we got Steelers as the underdogs, massive underdogs, plus 280. Detroit Lions minus 320. Their odds right now sitting around 6.5, 7.5. So they think the Steelers are going to lose by touchdown or so, touchdown in a little bit, maybe a 2-point conversion or something. And then we have the over-under is a very high-scoring game, probably the highest I've seen so far at 51.5. So, a lot of you guys' prediction when it comes to high scoring, that's good, because that's 51.5 is a high-scoring total. That's a 30-20 game, and even with you still got to get a field goal, even hitting that. So they're expecting high scoring. Where's the money? The money is at Detroit, like no other. It's 95% of the money is on Detroit.
Oh
Lions.
my God! Why did I take the line?
95%. Okay, and that's for right now. Things can change, because yesterday there was 80% of the money on the Seahawks, and then today there was 60. So things can even out through time. But as of right now, it's 95%. But I'll tell you guys something. I don't think the Detroit will be able to lose or make people think they're going to lose, to be honest with you. Just because, they're at home, they're savages, they're beasts, and I feel like they have a comeback on their shoulders, right? I mean, they've lost 3 out of their last 5. They're not positive right now. And they've been getting embarrassed by teams they shouldn't be getting embarrassed of or from. And I think they really do come out winning. So even with it being 95%, that doesn't terrify me. Only reason why is because the minus 325 is a very high, again, stuff like that, you got to put a bunch down. You'll pay out, but it's not. That's why the odds are the way they are. That's why it's minus 300, minus 400. So even if majority's on it, it's not going to be crazy, crazy payouts. They still got payout, but it's not going to be crazy, right? Where I would kind of give pushback here is the Detroit Lions at minus 6.5. So winning by a touchdown. the spread right now, a lot of people have 67% of the money in the public is on the spread. So a lot of people think that Detroit's going to win by 7 or more. This is where I would give pushback, and this is probably where I would want to play or focus. If majority of the money, right, -6.5, that's going to be -110, -115, maybe even plus depending on when game time shows. If it stays 60% to 70 or higher, they're going to have to pay out way more if Detroit goes over and wins. So if both of those things happen, they're going to have to pay out more. So I would look at the Steelers spread. And the other reason why I would look at the Steelers spread, some can also argue, if you look at the Steelers' last 5 games, they've won not last 3, but they've won 3 out of the last 5. They got momentum. They played great. Last game, even in the cold. Rodgers looked like he didn't know what was going on, but there's something about playing for as long as he did, getting an MVP, all these things, getting a Super Bowl. It's just hard to believe that he's not going to perform as well and still know how to do it. You got these old players, Phillip Rivers coming out swinging, Joe Flacco coming out swinging, Aaron Rodgers, right? They're still playing at the age they're playing. There's just something about experience that you just know how to turn it on, right? If you work long enough at work, there's things where you're like, man, I don't want to be here. But the minute that door opens, you're like, all right, you got to put on that happy face like you know how to be there. Some people can just turn it on when you have good amount of experience. And I think Aaron Rodgers will do a performance. They might not win. And in fact, I don't even think they are going to win. But I do think they'll keep it under that 7.5 to 6.5. Just from the money and the narrative's also there. I can just see it. The narrative's there, momentum's there, and also the money's there. So
yeah,
my favorite play is probably, I'll kind of push it a little bit and say the Steelers plus 7.5. I'll say that. Plus 7.5. That's probably my favorite play. And then also, last thing to keep in mind, when Detroit's at home, they get that extra 2.5 to 3.5 boost. So if they only think it's 3.5, they think that the Steelers can hold them at least by 3 or 4 points. So stuff like that to think about.
Okay, that is definitely something to think about. I'm throwing those bets down for sure. All right, so we'll go into Sunday Night Football. Pats versus Ravens in Baltimore. This is a big one. I mean, the Ravens need to start winning some games. I'll start with Adam's pick. His pick is the Ravens 31-21. In my head, logically, I think Pats for sure, right? But we were talking a little bit, Lamar Jackson. We were talking earlier about it. Like, Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. So, I mean, I don't know. He hasn't shown me much, but, he got me second guessing, like, the way Josh Allen tore up the Pats in the second half. I think, Lamar Jackson can still do the same. I don't know where the money's at, and this is a win and end for the Patriots. So I know they're gonna come ready to play. Shit. I don't want to pick the same as Adam. Freaking all these. I think there's been several picks in a row that I've picked the same as Adam. So I'm gonna go Patriots. F it. Patriots. I'm gonna go Patriots, and it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's gonna be 33-28 Patriots. All right, Nigel. What is your predictions?
High scoring game. This one might be one of the trickier ones of the weekend, just because my gut. It's funny how your gut told you to go Pats. My gut told me to go Ravens. Like, my gut's like go with the Ravens. Like. So honestly, Lamar was at home. I think the Ravens put hands on Drake May, especially if he's not wearing sleeve. I think they're just going to beat him up. Let's go Baltimore 28, New England 20. Yes, sir. Yep. Need it.
What you thinking, Alan?
All right, so we have the New England Patriots as the underdogs, plus 136. Baltimore Ravens minus 150. Spread sitting at plus 3. You know, some apps 2.5, 3, kind of like the last game. And then the over under is 47.5. That's pretty consistent all throughout the board. So, yeah, pretty high scoring game. You know, that's got to be, 24-24 around on average. Both teams to score. That's about 2-3 touchdowns each, or so. Yeah, pretty high scoring. I could see that. The money, where's the money, right? The money, this is tricky. So the money line right now, Patriots are 53% over money line. So most of the public is on the Patriots. So you're not wrong in thinking what you're thinking, Chase. A lot of people think the same. The spread, however, sitting at plus 2.5, plus 3. The Patriots are also the favorites. So they're hedging. That's what they're doing right now. Or not even really hedging. They're just, I guess, doubling down on the belief of the Ravens not being able to hold them. And I get why, right? We all get why, because this man, dude, Drake May is bringing the hope for these New England Patriots. We got a young Brady again. It's giving them that hope. So I understand. It really is. And there's some people that aren't Patriots fans that's seeing it, that they don't want to admit it, but deep down they're like, oh, we do see it a little bit. I just don't want to say it. And I get it, So I understand completely why the public's on them. But just looking at the money, man, dude, they would have to pay out a lot if the Patriots win. A lot. Because not only are they plus money, but they're majority of the plus money, right? So if the Patriots win, dude, Vegas would have to pay out a lot. Not only as well on the spread, majority of the money's on the spread for the Patriots as well. Dude, they have to pay out a lot, man. And so looking at the money, following the money, I think it's Baltimore Ravens, and I think they win by a touchdown or two, or touchdown and field goal. I think they're going to cover that spread, and I definitely think they're going to win, because the thing is, even if they cash out on the Ravens, they still don't have to pay out crazy amount because they're still the favorites. They're minus 150, or they're minus 150. They're still the favorites. So I think most of the money will probably be made at the minus 2.5 for the Baltimore Ravens. So we got 3-1. Yeah, Baltimore Ravens is my prediction for this game. I think we're gonna get a reminder of Lamar Jackson, and like you said, Chase, I like how you said that, where it's dude, it's Lamar Jackson at the end of the day. We just talked about as well, how people can turn it on as a switch. I'm sure he can do the same thing, right? So
regular season Lamar too.
Regular season Lamar. So
different.
I think we got to see that once or twice more this season, just to remind everyone going into next season who he really is. So I think there's that in him too. So I think we see that. Hopefully we do. I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope too. I hope they win this one. I mean, I know pick the Patriots. I still believe that the Patriots are going to win, even though you said all what you said. It's I'm I'm sticking with it. But I would like to see the Ravens win, because they play Steelers next, and I think that would be freaking pretty awesome that they won, and they kind of playing. I mean, not awesome for the Steelers, obviously, but I mean, I don't know. I think it would make it a little bit more of an exciting game if that was the case. So they won't have to pay out as much, and they are creating another more exciting game with the rivals of Steelers and Ravens. Seems like Vegas is going to have their hands in this one. So we will see. We'll tune in. Sunday Night Football, prime time. So we'll definitely have to tune in for that one. But let's go to Monday Night Football. So I wanted to bring up, they're doing a alternate broadcast with Luke Kuechly. That was what they were talking about on the Pat McAfee show. Mm-hmm. Sean Lee, Luke, freaking Defensive Player of the Year 2013, man. I remember those days. I have a jersey still, Luke Kuechly.
I did too.
He was the man, dude. Anyways, so Sean Lee, I don't know if you guys are familiar with linebacker Sean Lee. Yeah. So he has a company called Adrenaline. It's an AI company, sports AI. They're gonna do this Monday night alternate broadcast with Sean Lee, Luke Kuechly, and Dan Orlowski. They're gonna kind of Dan obviously is gonna cover the offense and because through quarterback eyes, and then Luke is gonna kind of focus more on defense and stuff like that. But I'm kind of excited for to see about it. I know Adam. I wish he was on for this because his coworker actually is really good friends with Luke Kuechly. They
Oh wow.
hang out and go hunting all the time. And he says, rumor has it they go watch football together, Luke Kuechly has been practicing a sports analyst. And I didn't know he was gonna actually be a legit sports analyst. I just thought he was just practicing to eventually get his call or whatever. But he was planning for this, and his buddy was actually saying, he was like, yeah, I have to go in another room and watch the football game because he kind of gets annoying. And I'm like, what? I would love to freaking hear that shit. And I mean, with Charlotte Christian, I went to a Charlotte Christian State Championship game. Greg Olson and Luke Kuechly were on the sidelines. They still got smoked by Providence Day, though. But anyways, so Monday Night Football, the more important part of the game, 49ers versus the Colts. Fred Warner, I think, is still out for the 49ers, but that's not stopped that defense from tearing it up. I mean, I think they played the Titans, so it's not crazy dub, but Christian McCaffrey leading his team in receptions. That's interesting. I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. I mean, he's anywhere he would go, even if they had a top receiver on their team. I think he's gonna be very high up on the receptions. I mean, he is a beast. So, I mean, I'll say Adam's pick first. He picks the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to beat him too. 49ers 28-9 though. I think Colts Philip Rivers, Philip Rivers, or freaking grandpa. No, I think he's got a little bit more in him. I think he's going to put up a little bit more of a fight. Defense for the 49ers is good. I think they're going to stick him a couple times, but I think he's going to get a little bit more points than 9 points. I think he'll get I'll say 17 for the Colts, but the 49ers smoke them. I think the 49ers are going to be 31-17. No. Yeah, that's what I just said, 17, right? 31-17 49ers get the dub on Monday night, and they went in and they're in. So Mike Shanahan is coming ready to play. They're freaking gonna. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's gonna play. How many times have they played on primetime? I don't even know, but I know it's been a while since
Played against us.
Yeah, that's right. Against us, they smoked us, and I think Christian McCaffrey's gonna smoke them. So, tune in. I mean, what are you thinking, Nigel? What's your predictions on the score and who's going to get the dub?
I'm going to have to fade you here, but I got to make up some ground. I'm going to go Colts 20. 49ers.
Hey! Sorry, I didn't mean to. What was the score again?
Colts 20, 49ers 10. I think just
shit.
Seeing how Philip Rivers played in Seattle last week, I think there's even less distractions this week. They're at home. He kind of just really has to just keep doing what he did last week. Don't turn the ball over. Keep it clean. He found Josh Downs and a little drag route in the end zone. I don't know. I don't trust the 49ers. I think they've been playing good. Once again, I just kind of have to go with the old guy here. I think they know how to kind of play for him. I saw Zaire Franklin before the game last week just kind of tell Philip Rivers in front of the team it's not just 17 out there. I think the Colts kind of still want to save this season as much as they can, and they kind of find a way to win at home.
I like it. Colts, baby. I know Pat McAfee would love to hear that. The Colts, man. Alan, what are the predictions? What are the monies? What's Vegas talking about? And obviously, what's actually going to happen?
So I got the San Francisco, they are minus 280. So they are the extreme favorites, which makes sense. Winning their last 4, Colts losing their last 4, just makes sense. Colts are plus 245, so that's a pretty juice line, not bad. They got the spread, however, at 6.5. That's where I'm kind of because I thought it would be more, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? You guys were thinking it'd be a little bit more, right?
It was
Than
13 and a half
6.5.
last week when they were playing the Seahawks. It was like 13 and a half last week versus
So,
Seahawks. And that was
and then
in
Phillip
Seattle.
Rivers, man, like, yeah, I know he's, he did his thing, but plus 6.5 is very interesting. So that's what threw me out for a loop. And then we have the over at 45.5. So, a couple touchdowns each. All right, so let's check out the money, right? We got majority of the money on San Francisco, so minus 250. Everyone's on that. Everyone thinks they're going to win. I think they're going to win as well. Looking at the money, makes sense. However, a lot of people hedged. The Indiana Colts, the favorites right now is plus 6.5 for the Colts. 56% of the money is on the Colts to cover. I wouldn't be surprised by Monday. It's probably a little bit over 60 to 65%. And the reason why I say that is because, like, if you look at their last 5 games, they've actually covered pretty good ground. Like, they haven't lost by a crazy amount. And, I think they covered their spread the last couple of weeks as well. So I can understand completely why people are picking a lot of the Colts spread. But if I was checking it basically based on the numbers, I would say not only are the 49ers going to win, but I think it might be a blowout. I think Phillip Rivers, he's Phillip Rivers. I think, he might do his thing, but I still think, with Brock Purdy coming back, having units, gaining ground. These people used to go to the Super Bowl like every other year, So it's like they're going to probably try to remind people who they are. And the other thing I checked out too while you guys were speaking was like, I wanted to see what the odds were for the 49ers to make the playoffs. I mean, I know it's coming, but they're not even on the board for some apps. Like, not even giving me odds. So that tells me already that it's a lock. And so I think the 49ers come out swinging. I think they get, my pick would be minus 6.5 for this game for the 49ers. And then just looking at the total as well, if anyone likes the over or under for that, 65% of the money is on the over. So I think they blow them out, but somehow they keep it under. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they get 3 touchdowns and then the Colts get like none, and then maybe they just start running the ball for the rest of the game. And it's kind of boring. That could happen, right? Maybe the Colts get like a field goal or something, and it just slowly decays. It just gets really boring around the 3rd or 4th. That's the only way I can see them. Because the only reason why I say that is because if it hits the over, it's a lot of payout. So I'm just thinking of ways that can keep it under, but also still make sense. So I can see that happening as well. Yeah. But my money's on the Niners.
Well, we'll tune in for that Monday Night Football game. Make sure you guys check out the alternate broadcast with Luke Kuechly. I'm excited. I'm gonna check it out. It might be a little nerdy.
That might be tough.
I mean, it's a Boston College graduate. I don't know where Dan went. Does anyone know where Dan went?
UConn, I think.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
great pull by me. Yeah, he went to UConn.
Yeah,
that was good stuff. Off the top, I love that.
Yeah,
great
I was like, damn, okay.
UConn.
Bet so. Well, we'll tune into that. I'll let y'all go. We'll talk more about what timing for next week. I know we got Christmas Eve, Christmas. We'll do Tuesday again. Maybe in the morning we'll do a little bit of recording. But I salute y'all, and I appreciate y'all's work. And we'll tune in to next week and see if we can win some predictions and win some money.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Win some money.
All right, y'all.
Let's
Peace, boys.
Yes, sir.
Chase the money, chase the money.